Okay, this reading is for January. And before we even get started on your reading, for Aries, I'm going to tell you, I do remote readings, so before you even click on this reading, I've already been in contact with Spirit or the universe, and I do a remote reading, which means I tell you what's going to happen for the month, or tell you messages that I'm getting from Spirit. So for January, for Aries, it's a new year, so it's a new journey, and you will want to dive headfirst into the new year and start it off with a bang. But it's just make sure you don't bite off more than you can chew, or you may not get the results you're looking for. A new person at work is going to give you a run for your money, as this person is as competitive as you are. If you don't find a common ground with this person, it could not be a very good month for you. So that being said, we'll go into your reading. First card is acceptance. This just tells me and clarifies for you what kind of reading we're going to be looking at for the month of January. So acceptance. Okay, we've got a couple more here. Acceptance, trust, breaking free, and letting go. Okay. Let's see what else we get here. This is for Aries for January. You're starting off the month pretty good, as you got the Page of Cups and you got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Three of Swords and the Temperance. The middle of the month looks like you may have a few problems that come up. So when you start off January, you're looking at January as if it's a new challenge for you, that you're looking at all the things you may be able to accomplish for this month. But the things that you want to accomplish will not get you what you're looking for this month. You're not going to get any promotions from it. It's just you've got a plan of what you're wanting to do, and it's just the beginning of it. And you know it's not going to bring you a whole bunch of money, or it's not going to bring you a whole bunch of anything at the beginning of this month. It's something that you're going to have to work on, and you accept that, but you're very, very tempted by trying to go as fast as you can with your plan, but this is going to cause you some heartache. So you're going to have to take a little easier when it comes to the plan that you're on. You're not going to be able to do it overnight. You're going to have to take this across maybe 3 to 6 months before you start seeing anything coming through. It's a little bit this is a little bit hard for you to take in, that it's going to take longer than you think. You think you're just going to be able to jump into this, work your ass off, to try to get this plan going of yours. But it's not going to happen as fast as you want. You're not going to be able to come up with everything that you planned out. It's the plan's going to change a little bit, but you have to trust that it is going to work. It is going to teach you a few things. Like, you're not going to be the head of this one. You're not going to be able just to jump in there and work your magic and have everything line up for you. It's not going to be that way. It's going to be a challenge for you. Though you don't have anything holding you back, you know you're going to do this. It's just going to take longer than you think. And you thought that it would be all completed by the end of the month and you would get your just rewards. That's not going to happen. It's going to take a little bit longer than that. You have to be careful with jumping ahead. You plan something out and you expect that everything should be done within an allowed time, but it's going to take longer than you initially thought. So that makes you a little bit silly. Makes you like the fool. You jumped before you planned in for anything that might come up. You think you were able to just go in there, get it all done, and have your rewards at the end of the month for it. It's not going to work that way. It's going to be taken over 3 to 6 months. So you're a little bit silly with the concept of thinking that it was going to come right away for you. You got to break free of the concept that if you work your ass off, that you're going to have more time later. No, it's not going to work this way. You really want something, you're going to have to work a little harder for it. It's not going to come to you as easily as other things have come to you. This is really going to make you feel like you're on your own with this project, because every time you turn around, you're going to have problems that come up. Nothing you can't handle, but you have to break free from the idea of working. You're going to have a job done right away, get your just rewards. A job done right away, get your just rewards. This one's going to take time for you to do. This one's going to take a little bit of thinking it through, and you have to break away from the idea that you're going to always get what you want. With the Hermit, you're going to be alone on this idea, because anybody you try talking to about is not going to understand where you're coming from. So you might be on your own with this one. You might have to do a little bit of research. But in the end, you will get something. Not as much as you think you're going to get from it, but you will start seeing something going on at the end of the month. You've got to let go of the idea that you're going to get it right away. It's going to come in slowly, but you have to keep on working. But don't push yourself. You're the type of person that just loves to be number one. You compete because of the fun of it, but it's not the actual work that you want to do. It's the reward you get from the work that you're doing. Let's clarify this a little more for you. What's this common ground that they have to find with this other competitive person at work? What's the common ground that they have to find? Or tell us more about this person that may be coming into the work area. Oh, I don't read those ones in the reverse. Okay. Okay, it could be this person strikes something up inside of you that makes you have memories from the past, from your childhood, from being told no, or you can't have something. And that's probably where you think you're going to have this adventure or this project done by the end of the month, but it could be that this person is stopping you and giving you a run for your money. And might be competing with you over the same thing. You may have a job in marketing, and the other person's coming up with an idea just as good as yours, but you can't talk to anybody about it because you can't trust that somebody's not going to take your idea, or you can't trust that that person's not going to go back and tell the other one. So you kind of have to be on your own, like the hermit in this one. And this one here is saying that, you know, if you have some fears about money, well, you're going to have to find a common ground with this person, because you don't need to have a work atmosphere where both of you are arguing, or you're competing, or you've got to work together about this. I wouldn't let anything, I wouldn't tell this person too much about what you're working on, though. But if you guys could find a common ground, you can work together but separate at the same time, if that makes any sense. And this one says, too much work, accept help from others. You can accept help, but I would accept help only if you get that gut instinct that this person's not going to take your idea, or is not going to stab you in the back. I would keep it a little bit quiet right now until you know for sure whether you should tell this person anything. You could accept help from others, but just remember, they're probably not going to have any idea of what you're working on. And you're worried about money because you want this job to set you into a promotion, and you're really worried that the new person on the job, that you and this other person, I do believe it's female energy, you and this other person have got the same wavelength when it comes to certain things at work. And you fight a lot because you're a lot alike. And if you guys can't get a common ground, this is just going to cause too much problems in the workforce. But as it looks, is that there is a happy outcome. There's bright new ideas that lead to success. You will have success from it. And this will build up your confidence a little bit more, and it will teach you a lesson behind it all, saying that, you know, when you make a plan, it's not getting from A to B as fast as you friggin' can. It's sitting back and going over it and making sure that you're going to be able to do it, and planning it out, and getting help from others, and letting go of the fact that you just want to get the job done and on to the next one. It's not a competition. You don't have to do so many work jobs in a year. You won't become employee of the month for doing it. And one more card here. Put one more card. These are big cards. I don't read upside down. Yeah, the things will start looking better for you. I give it 3 months to 6 months. And at the end of the difficult situation, you know, the not knowing whether you're going to complete this and that, you're going to have to take a trip, because this is really got you going, frustrated you. And what I mean a trip, it could be anything. It could be just taking a drive on the weekend and checking out a new restaurant, or it could be just taking a weekend away, going to a hotel, doing some shopping in another city, just taking a trip, because this one here is going to teach you a lot of lessons about taking your time, making sure that the job you're doing is done correctly and efficiently. What do we have? Messages we have from Spirit. Let's see here. Messages from Spirit. Okay, one fell on the floor. Okay, so these are the messages I have from Spirit. Messages are, when I am connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. And in other words, when you are working your ass off and you want help, sometimes you can get that help from the universe. You have to listen. You have to open up and listen. And they will support you. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. You're trying to do everything you can to do this project so that you will be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. My vibes speak louder than your words. When you're working on something, you have a tendency to send out an energy to everybody else that you're working on this, not to bother you. You want to get it done as fast as you can. So your vibes or your energy will talk louder for you. So you'll notice too when you're working on something that uh, that's really got to you, or you're really thinking about, you ignore everybody else around you and you want to work on this project, you want to get it done, and that's just the nature of you being a competition person. Get really upside down some of those ones either. It says, I am unapologetic about what I desire, and I trust that what I focus on will grow. You believe that everything you touch will become better than what it is, but with this one project that you have going on at work, it's not going to be the same way that every other project was for you. This one you're really going to have to concentrate on. This one you really have to let go of the idea that you're going to get everything done in your time. It has to be everything done in the plan's time, not your time, the plan's time. You have to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. You've got to make sure that you're doing this project to the best of your abilities, not rushing through it as fast as you can because you want to be done, you want to be first, you want to be better than the other person at work. You can't do that this time. You really have to concentrate on what you're working on. Getting advice or help from others, maybe you could research a little bit more about this project. Not necessarily talking to the people at your workplace about helping you with this project, project that you're doing. It's a matter of you trying to find the information and the skills on your own. But remember, don't rush through it. If you rush through it without thinking about it, you're just like the fool that's going to take the risk and throw it out there. Would you like to give them work that's done, or would you like to give them work that actually has some real meaning behind it, and that actually has a lot of thought to it, instead of something you just rush through to be first? Because this project that you're doing is really going to make you think. It's really going to challenge you, and this is going to make you let go of the thought of, I got to get it done as fast as I can because I got to be first. This one here is really going to teach you about trusting yourself, making sure you can get the work done, following your plans that you set out, accepting the fact that it's not going to be done right at the end of the month, that it might take a little bit more time, or maybe you could get an extension from work to get it done. You're breaking free of thinking that you're going to be first all the time, first, and you're going to be kicking and screaming all the way through it, but in the end, you will be able to go forward with this. Now we will do one more. Message before we go. One more message from my unicorn cards. By the way, don't wear that color red anymore. That red sweater that you have, don't wear that anymore. It don't look good on you. You just look like a big tomato. Don't wear it anymore. I know you like it, but don't wear it anymore. It doesn't look good on you. Okay, here we go. Prosperity. Yes, you will eventually come up with some prosperity. If you work on stuff and you take your time, you will be able to get further in your money. You won't see it right away. It will be coming slowly. Remember, we just got out of the year 2022 where things weren't the greatest. And for you, year 2023 is all going to be about taking time, which you don't want to do because you want to be first. Taking time, making sure you're doing a job well done, making sure that you're checking everything to make sure it's perfect. Yes, the competition is going to be high at work. If you don't find a common ground with this person, though, and I'm not meaning taking the person out and having some going to entertainment places or anything. No, it's going to be a work environment, and this person won't go with you anyways. Um, so what you have to do is you have to come up with a common ground. Now, I know this reading is not going to be for everybody, but even if you've made it through this far, you could be a conduit and be doing this, watching this reading, because you might be able to send somebody else information. One last card, and then I will say bye-bye. One last card. Come on, one last card. I don't think they want to give me another one. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a couple here. So we have dance. Yeah, while you're going along in this, just keep your head up. Dance through the mistakes. Take it easy. This is gonna be a project that you're not going to forget because you learn a lot from it. Use your intuition, your gut feelings in this one, and be gentle. This person and you are going to butt heads. It's understandably that eventually you would meet somebody in the workplace that you would butt heads with. So you've got to be gentle. Try to take the higher road this time. Try to be a little bit more classy, and use gentleness with this person. Try not to be like that person. I know it's going to be hard because you guys are competing at work, but just try to take the back step. Let them do it. Eventually, people will not like this person doing this. Other than that, this has been your January reading. I am Michelle, and this is Love Light on the Other Side. Thank you.